When I think of an individual going through the change process and they're starting out, what causes them to seek change, my mind automatically goes to someone that is in crisis. And I know that I say crisis and it sounds huge. It sounds like a natural disaster that comes in and just wrecks everything. It ruins lives. But the way that I'm using it is a little bit different. I'm using it as just a serious situation that you feel uneasy about and you feel discomfort about, and it needs some attention, some serious immediate attention. It can be as large as a natural disaster or losing your job, a death, something like that, or as smaller scale as you just aren't happy with how you've been taking care of yourself lately and you want to focus more on your health. And that could be a small crisis for you, is that you really don't want to have the health habits that you currently have. So once a person recognizes their crisis is when they're going to be able to start the change process, because that crisis can be building for a little while before someone really realizes that it's there. And so once they're ready to start the change process, those people are only going to be able to change with the help of a support system and with serious commitment to change. And this is something that I feel really personally about, because there have been so many times when I have wanted to change something, but I haven't had the commitment to it. I wanted to change, but I thought it was going to be easy. So then when it got hard, I gave up on it. I didn't want to commit to it. Anyone that's been in one of those situations can't think, I think people think change and picture like the breakup, where you go through and you throw out all their old stuff and you delete all their pictures and then it's over. That's the change. But it's much more gradual than that. And if you want to change and don't accept the help of others, then it's going to be a lot harder for you, because in that you are in it alone. And especially if the change is something huge, you're really going to want other people there to support you. When it comes to systems changing, my views are a little bit different, because I feel like systems are always in a state of fluctuation. Because of the sheer number of people that are involved in these systems, it's always going through changes, little shifts, up and downs. Every single person there has their own needs. Those needs are going to be shifting. They themselves are going to be changing. And with every one of those, the system has to change with it. A community cannot stay completely the same for even 2 years, a year. It needs to keep going through the motions and making sure that it's on the same level as all of its constantly changing community members. Of course, there are certain situations where there can be a huge change, and those would be if new leadership comes in, or if some kind of huge crisis happens within the community or within the culture, within the school. And in those situations, there's going to be a complete change usually. I get most of my ideas on change and my thoughts about it just from personal experience, things that I've tried to change that haven't gone well, as well as watching other people try to change, because I have people that are close to me that are currently trying to go through huge change processes that at first wouldn't allow me to help or wouldn't allow me to be there. And once they accept the help and once they commit to it, it becomes a lot easier to go through the process. Overall, those are my thoughts. Thank you for listening.